Jason Statham was not just another face on the big screen, he was a global icon known for his intense action roles in movies like The Transporter and Fast and Furious. With his chiseled jaw and steely gaze, he often portrayed characters who fought against the odds, but off-screen, he had a kind heart. Jason frequently supported charities and community programs, believing in helping those less fortunate. Though he seemed larger than life, fans were often surprised to learn about his down-to-earth personality. Away from Hollywood's glitz, Jason loved to participate in local events, where he could connect with people directly. His dedication to philanthropy stemmed from humble beginnings. He understood the struggles many faced because he had experienced challenges himself during his younger years. One sunny afternoon, while taking a break from filming in the city, Jason decided to visit a local grocery store. Little did he know that this ordinary trip would set off an extraordinary chain of events. As he walked through the aisles, the bustling atmosphere faded into the background, and his eyes caught sight of an elderly man who looked troubled, unaware that someone was watching closely nearby. Mr. Thompson was an 82-year-old man with a warm smile that hid a world of worries. Living alone in a small, worn-out apartment, he had faced many challenges since his wife passed away 5 years ago. With limited income from his retirement savings and a small pension, he struggled to make ends meet. Each month felt like a tightrope walk, balancing essential bills against the cost of groceries and medicine. Despite these hardships, Mr. Thompson maintained a positive outlook on life. He often reminisced about the vibrant community he was once part of, filled with laughter and friendship. Now, alone in his modest home, he found solace in little things like tending to his small garden and feeding the birds that visited daily. On that particular afternoon at the grocery store, Mr. Thompson carefully counted the coins in his hand, worried about whether he would have enough for the essentials. The bustling environment around him faded into an anxious silence as he weighed his choices. He longed for someone to understand his plight, someone who might lend a helping hand without hesitation or judgment. Little did he know that help was on the horizon, just within reach. As Jason Statham strolled through the grocery store, he enjoyed the simple pleasure of choosing fresh fruits and vegetables. He appreciated these moments away from the chaos of Hollywood, where he could blend in with everyday people. While scanning the aisles for his favorite snacks, Jason's attention was suddenly drawn to an elderly man standing by the checkout counter. Mr. Thompson stood with a furrowed brow, his hands trembling slightly as he counted out coins one by one. The sound of clinking change echoed in the busy store, but to him, it felt as if time had stopped. Jason could see the worry etched on Mr. Thompson's face, and something about the man's demeanor tugged at his heartstrings. Feeling a surge of empathy, Jason approached cautiously, hoping to offer some comfort without startling him. He observed as Mr. Thompson hesitated, glancing back at his shopping cart filled with essential groceries and looking increasingly anxious with each coin that slipped through his fingers. It was clear that this simple act of buying food had become a source of stress rather than a mundane task, igniting Jason's desire to help this stranger who seemed so lost in his own world. As Jason approached Mr. Thompson, he felt a sense of urgency to help the struggling man. He didn't want to embarrass him or draw attention, so he quickly devised a plan. With a friendly smile, Jason leaned in and quietly said, "You look like you could use a little help today." Mr. Thompson glanced up, startled to see a stranger offering assistance. Before any words could escape his lips, Jason gestured toward the grocery items in the cart. "I'd love to take care of your groceries if you'd let me," he offered, keeping his voice low to maintain their privacy. Mr. Thompson's eyes widened in surprise and disbelief. "Oh, I couldn't possibly ask you to do that," he replied, shaking his head, but Jason insisted gently, "It's my pleasure. Just let me help you today." With a sense of relief washing over him, Mr. Thompson finally nodded, feeling an unexpected warmth spread through his heart. As they approached the cashier together, Jason remained anonymous, allowing this moment of kindness to unfold without the weight of fame overshadowing it. Little did they know that someone nearby was watching this small act of generosity with great interest. As they walked to the cashier, Mr. Thompson's heart swelled with gratitude. "I can't thank you enough for this," he said, his voice trembling with emotion. "You've made my day, really. Jason smiled, pleased to see the joy his kindness brought. Feeling inspired by the moment, Mr. Thompson began to share stories from his past. "You know," he said, "I used to be in a good place. I had a steady job and could help my neighbors whenever they needed it. I remember fixing old Mrs. Jenkins's roof when her husband fell ill. It felt good to give back." Jason listened intently, enjoying the warmth of their conversation. Mr. Thompson continued, recalling how he organized neighborhood barbecues and collected donations for local charities. "I always believed in lending a hand," he explained. "But times have changed, and now it feels like I need help myself." With every word, Jason felt an even stronger connection to this humble man. He realized that kindness could create bonds between strangers and that Mr. Thompson's spirit of giving was still alive, despite his current struggles. This moment was not just about groceries, it was about human connection and shared experiences. Unbeknownst to Jason and Mr. Thompson, a keen observer stood nearby, taking in the unfolding scene. The undercover CEO, named Alex, had been exploring the neighborhood as part of a community outreach initiative. He was on a mission to understand the challenges faced by everyday people and find ways to make a positive impact through his company. As he watched Jason interact with Mr. Thompson, Alex felt impressed by the actor's genuine kindness. It wasn't every day that someone of Jason's stature took the time to help a stranger without seeking recognition. The warmth shared between them resonated deeply with him. Alex noted how their conversation blossomed into a moment of connection, illustrating the power of compassion. This encounter sparked an idea in Alex's mind about launching a program that could promote acts of kindness within the community. He believed that if more people witnessed such generosity, it could inspire others to lend a hand as well. Moved by this experience, Alex resolved to approach Jason after he finished at the store, eager to discuss how they might work together to spread goodwill and support those in need. After witnessing the heartfelt interaction between Jason and Mr. Thompson, Alex felt an overwhelming curiosity to learn more about their lives. He wanted to understand what motivated Jason to help someone in need and how Mr. Thompson maintained his positive spirit despite his struggles. With a new sense of purpose, Alex decided to follow them at a distance. As they left the grocery store, Jason and Mr. Thompson continued their conversation, sharing anecdotes that revealed layers of their personalities. Jason laughed as Mr. Thompson told stories about his younger days, filled with community events and neighborly bonds. Meanwhile, Alex took notes, captivated by the exchange that exemplified human resilience and compassion. The two men walked through the neighborhood, their connection deepening with every shared story. Alex was struck by how ordinary acts of kindness could lead to extraordinary impacts on people's lives. As he followed them, he began to formulate ideas not only for his proposed kindness program but also for ways that he could personally support individuals like Mr. Thompson in their time of need. This simple act of following would become the catalyst for something much larger than he had originally envisioned. As Jason and Mr. Thompson continued their walk, the elderly man opened up about his struggles, sharing stories of nights spent worrying over bills or choosing between groceries and medicine. "You know," he said with a wistful smile, "there was a time when I could help others without thinking twice. It felt good to make a difference, even in small ways." Jason listened intently, feeling a mix of admiration and sorrow for Mr. Thompson's situation. The elderly man's words resonated deeply within him, prompting Jason to reflect on his own actions. "I've been lucky enough to have opportunities most people don't," he replied thoughtfully. "But sometimes, I get caught up in my own world and forget how important it is to give back." Mr. Thompson nodded, his eyes brightening as he encouraged Jason to consider how he could use his fame to inspire change. "Every little bit helps," he said earnestly. "Imagine if everyone did just one kind thing a day, it could change lives." Listening to Mr. Thompson's heartfelt encouragement shifted something inside Jason. He realized that giving back was not just a duty but a chance to connect and uplift others, forever altering his view on philanthropy. As Jason and Mr. Thompson continued their conversation, Alex, the undercover CEO, found himself filled with excitement and purpose. He recognized that this was a pivotal moment, witnessing firsthand how one person's kindness could inspire hope and foster connection. With renewed determination, he mentally outlined a plan to approach Jason once they parted ways. Alex pictured collaborating with the actor to create a community initiative focused on promoting acts of kindness. He envisioned a program that would provide resources for those in need while empowering individuals like Jason and Mr. Thompson to share their stories and encourage others to help. The goal was simple: to create an environment where compassion thrived and everyday people could make significant impacts in their neighborhoods. As he followed them from a distance, Alex thought about how he could bring local businesses into the project, creating partnerships that would amplify their efforts. By pooling resources, they could support food banks, establish mentorship programs for the elderly, or even host community events centered around helping those less fortunate. Inspired by what he had witnessed today, Alex felt an overwhelming urge to make this vision a reality and knew that meeting Jason would be the first step in turning his ideas into action. As Jason walked away from the grocery store, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. The conversation with Mr. Thompson had opened his eyes to the profound impact that small acts of kindness could have on people's lives. He realized that what seemed like a simple gesture, paying for fruit and vegetables, had turned into a significant moment of connection, not just for Mr. Thompson but for himself as well. The stories shared between them lingered in his mind, reminding him that everyone carries their struggles and that supporting one another can create a ripple effect of positivity. Jason pondered how many others were out there, feeling alone or overwhelmed by life's challenges, when they simply needed someone to reach out. Determined to follow through on this new understanding, Jason decided to take action beyond his usual charitable efforts. He began brainstorming ideas on how he could use his platform to encourage kindness and inspire people to lend a hand in their communities. Inspired by Mr. Thompson's spirit and resilience, he felt driven to help even more individuals in need, knowing that together they could make a difference, one small act at a time.